Okay, namaste, everyone. Welcome on this beautiful Sunday morning. It seems like it's cooling down a little bit. Thank goodness. We've had a hot one this summer. Today, we're going to have service. And the thing that we're going to talk about today is where are you creating from? Where is your focus at? And how that affects everything in your life and how things come into your life through the way that you're using your energy. Everything is energy, and we want also to remember that we're the puppet masters instead of being mastered by the puppet. And the puppet is outside of us. Inside of us is the Holy Kingdom, the divine being, our divinity, and that and connection with your higher soul is what is going to make you the master of your own life and manifest and create from the energy that you're resonating at. So when we're resonating at a certain energy or focused at in a certain point outside of us, or things that are of a negative nature, we start creating from that negative nature, from that negative vibration. So we want to talk about where is your focus and how you can always, every day, invoke to be in focus with your highest and best good. Your highest and best good is where your divine soul resonates at. But if you're not aligning to that highest and best good, you're going to be having some issues, so to speak, but we all are humans. So we have to also be aware that we're making the effort, we're creating these things for us to go to those better vibrations, but we're also human and we have things that we came here on this earth time to transmute into the highest and best good. We came with certain karmas. We came with certain things that we wanted to help make sure that we went on our path to ascension. So that means we're multidimensional beings, as you know. Everything is happening at once. Some people say past lifetime. Well, it's all happening at once. It's a different dimension of ourselves. It's choice in those dimensions, in those lifetimes, as to where we create from, where we're going to, how we are going to ascend. For most people on this earth, especially if you're here now, you're going to, you came here to ascend, to bring in the light, to hold the light. We are light warriors. We are the ones that came to hold a certain vibration for this earth, because this earth has to change to go into what I call and what other people call a new earth, a new way of vibration. So, but it all starts within. Where is your focus? So we're going to talk about focus today. And as we get started, we'll go into the sheet, the order of service, and then we'll go on into more about that. Excuse me one moment. Okay. So I'm going to say the welcoming prayer, and for us to be guided today by Spirit. We thank you, Father, Mother God, for this great and wonderful privilege to be here with these divine souls. We ask that the healing angels, the guides, the loved ones, the teachers, the holy ones, the masters, the gurus, the great, great ones, the holy angels, archangels, spiritual helpers, and their designated healing angels to come forth and work and speak through me, to give them inspiration, upliftment, guidance, healing, divine protection, divine blessings, divine love, and peace and harmony in their hearts. We thank you, Father, Mother God, for this great and wonderful privilege to be here together. So be it, so be it, so be it. Amen, 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 and amen. So, the Spirit was talking to me this morning, and through some experiences I've had recently with Mount Shasta, and then I went through a plant medicine ceremony, and it showed me through these experiences and guided me through my inner self and through the divine ones that are helping me through this existence, that every single person, every single act, every single situation that we have here on earth has a meaning, and a deeper meaning than we often can wrap our heads around. They showed me back to even things that I had done when I was in kindergarten, and things that I had experienced that I, for no reason would I remember that, you know, and to have compassion for myself. And then it also showed me, Spirit also showed me, was, where are you going to focus? Are you going to focus on the mistakes or of yourself or others, or the negativity of yourself or others? Or are you kind to come into terms that you're this divine being, this magnificent soul, this child of God that has the ability, and like Jesus said on the cross, what I can do, you can do more, even greater things? Why would he say that? Because he wanted us to realize that we are but a spark of light. We're carrying a physical body, but we're a spark of light, that divine spark, to bring that spark to the surface and to understand and have compassion and love for all things. Even though we don't like something the neighbor just did, you know, or the friend betrayed us, okay? But that isn't for us to learn to really get to the point where we can say, okay, this happened. What part, and I'm the only person that control myself and my energy, what part of this experience am I supposed to learn something, or to do? What is my part in this, that I need to do something? What do you need to do? Go with inside of yourself, see what it is that your part is being played. They're playing their part, and lots of times they're doing a damn good job. You know, they're playing their part very well. If you look at it as you're the puppet master, they're in there, they've got another puppet master playing their part on the stage. But you have control over what it is that you want to focus on, and what it is that you want to do. Are you going to react? You're going to stay in your peace. You're going to stay solid in yourself and own your own power and say, okay, I claim my part in this. I take my responsibility in this, but I don't have to fix that person. I don't have to take responsibility for their choices. I don't have to get wrapped up in their energies, in their negativity. I don't have to allow them to pull on my energy. I worked in a nursing home, in a beauty salon in a nursing home. And those people are sick, most of them, you know, or disabled, dementia, all kinds of things. And if I didn't protect my energy and be conscious of my energy and what part I played in this this play that we call life, if I hadn't been aware, I would have been completely drained every single day. Why? Because lower energy reaches for higher energy to feed off of. Okay? Watch who you're allowing, who that can feed off of your energy. These are energy vampires. This is putting down healthy boundaries. We need healthy boundaries in order to survive. And we teach people how to treat us, don't we? Sometimes I don't like why I'm teaching people, I'll tell you that. Because we have to focus on what is the path that we're going to lay our feet solidly on. Where are we going to plant our focus? Because everything is energy, we're going to plant our focus on where we're going to create. Are you in check with where your focus is? Are you in check of what you're creating? We're creating 24/7, don't forget that. And, you know, people go, oh, I need more money, I need this, I need that, I need this. Are you focusing on how to receive it? Or are you just in the need of it? You see, our words are powerful, our focus is powerful, our actions are powerful, and our thoughts. They are things, they're powerful. We want to focus on what we want to have in our lives, not what we don't want to have in our lives. And let me tell you something, it's pretty easy to focus on negativity. And then once you get down there in that lower energy, it's not so easy to come out, is it? You know, you kind of went down the poop chute. So I don't want to stay there. And, you know, it takes a little effort to change your perspective. Perspective and focus is where your beliefs lie also. And what programs are you channeling into, aligning with? We all have programs. You know, I was teased for being big and overweight, so I didn't think that it was possible for people to love me or like me, because there was something wrong with me. That program went on for years, you know, until I turned and focused on self-love and creating the world that I wanted to, where people did love me. But I had to love myself first. I had to check out what was creating this ugly situation for myself, that people said things to me. I went over to Italy one time and I had that programming in my head at that time. And the Italian woman says, oh, you have such a pretty face. You know, what's wrong with the rest of my body? I'm asking. You know? But, and that's what, and she's kind of looking me up and down for being big and overweight. And I'm like, I'm creating this. I'm creating this. What I'm projecting out to the world. What are you projecting out to the world? We have to understand where our focus and consciousness is, that we create a consciousness of its own. We're creating a world of its own. Do you think that Jill has the same world as Stacy? No, absolutely not. You're not in the same consciousness completely. There's a like-minded consciousness going on, but the rest of it's kind of rogue, isn't it? It's kind of going on its own world. But what world are you creating for yourself? We have control over that. And this woe is me, oh, look what happened to me, it doesn't work anymore. We're in a different vibration. We're in shifts. And you want to go back to those old patterns? Knock yourself out. Because there's a whole new world here waiting for you that you create with your mind, your thoughts, instantly. And that's the energy that's coming in now. So we want to talk about, where is your focus? Where is your consciousness at? Everything is consciousness. Even this podium has a consciousness. It's low and low, but it's a consciousness. The higher you raise your consciousness, the higher you raise your vibration, the more light-minded you become, the more light energy you become. Did you say something?
No, I just spoke somebody else.
Oh.
That it's pure gold, what you're saying, right?
Yes, it is a consciousness. There's consciousness in the stars. There's consciousness in the air. There's consciousness in a bird, a flower, a tree. Where is your consciousness connecting with? What consciousness are you with? How much energy are you willing to spend during your day on something bad that happened to you? I know, I've been there, done it, where the whole day, and I'm going to tell her or him, you know, waste of energy as far as I can see it. But we all do it, but it's time to change those patterns, because in this new energy that we're coming into now, this new wonderful energy is so beautiful. It's so full of love. For one thing, it is not, it has tolerance of everything. It has acceptance. It doesn't have criticism. You accept the person where they're at or the situation. And you know that if you send love and light into those situations, it can change for yourself and that person or that situation. So we have to wake up. This is the Great Awakening. Where is your consciousness? We have to be aware. Willingness, awareness, and choice are the three things that come in at all times, every time we do a shift, every time we make a move to something different. Those three things have to play out. Willingness to look at it and see what it is. Awareness, what is it? And then we have choice. A lot of people are not so thrilled about choice, are they? And sometimes I'm not so thrilled about choice, because I have to look at myself with that choice. And I have to see things that maybe I didn't do so nicely, or that I went in there with a criticizing thought form, that I didn't accept the person where they were. I didn't put healthy boundaries down. I didn't see things in a healthier way. I just got angry, or I just got frustrated, or I just got fed up. We have to look at those things and say, is this my highest and best good? Could I have done better? We have to take ownership on what is the responsibility of where our heart is in any given situation, in any given relationship. Where is our part? What is your part to do? Now, as we move, excuse me, one moment. as we move into this newer vibration, the old can't go there. It can't survive there. And if you try to take the old into the good, you're going to have some problems. Into the new, I mean. We have to really purge now, do assessments, and see who you really are. Own that, be empowered by that, be instructed by your own higher soul. Empowerment is allowing to your divine, your destiny, your divinity to run it, not your emotions, not your thoughts, not your patterns, not your programs, but allowing your true divinity, your own true self to guide you. And it will guide you down to the apple you pick in the store. It will assess certain situations that you think, I don't know what to do. Get quiet. Ask. You know, asking it is given. It will be given to you. There will be guidance there. What is your next turn? I was asking for guidance yesterday about some situation. And I was doing some stuff on the computer, throwing stuff out of emails, which I threw too much out of emails, and I can't find them anymore. And then I was listening to a YouTube talk by a spiritual person that I like to listen to. And the answer was in that. And I said, oh yeah, this is my next step. People will give you the answer, even people that are like a waitress in a store or in a restaurant. You can get the answers from a bird in the sky. The other day, I was working with a friend of mine with the spiritual stuff that we were doing for her, because she felt lost, and we did some invocations and prayers, and we were working together. And then we went to the beach. On the way, we saw an eagle. Later on that day, I saw a rainbow, and it hadn't even rained. You know, there are signs, there are guidance. We are never, never, never not without guidance. We just think we are because we forget who we are, and we forget to align. We forget to focus and to change our perspective on things. And look at ourselves and say, hey, I could have done a better job. Not criticizing yourselves or condemning yourself, but looking and saying, hey, I could have done a better job. You know, maybe the next time I will turn it around and go with a more loving attitude or a different tone of voice even, or a different perspective in the whole situation. So where is your focus? Where is your perspective? Okay, we have not gone through this yet, so we're going to say the Lord's Prayer. It's on the first page. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever. Amen. You've heard me say this many, many times. The Lord's Prayer is just not a prayer. It aligns with the energies of your chakras. You say the Lord's Prayer, you're going to balance your chakras and align with that higher vibrational energy. The chakras, they spin this way, back and forth. As you get a child's chakra will spin like this, Okay, as you get a little older, a little older, a little older. Unless you're aware of where your energy is. And that you clean your energy. You do your forgiveness, you purge things out, you get healing, whatever it takes to keep that balance of that chakra, to spin back and forth. It releases and brings in, and releases and brings in. I did that backwards. Releases, no, brings in, releases, release and releases. Okay, clockwise brings in, releasing is counterclockwise. Okay, now a child is very connected, right? If you look at the world like a child with wonderment every day, your chakras are going to clear faster too. Be aware. Where's your consciousness? Where's your focus? The more you start to do those things, you vibrate at a higher vibration. You have more energy. You have more connection. You don't have pull from other people, places, or things because you're clearing those things. Okay? A positive attitude, saying the Lord's Prayer, you can clear your chakras really quickly. So, what is your focus? What is your intent? Are you invoking every day to be divinely guided? Are you saying a prayer of thanks, gratitude, forgiveness, and empowerment? Those three go hand in hand together. So empowerment is connecting with your higher soul. And so the next page is the I am affirmation. We'll go into that. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. I am not the thoughts. I am not the mind. The mind is only a subtle instrument of the soul. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine power. I am one with my higher soul. I am that I am. I am one with my divine spark. I am a child of God. I am connected with God. I am one with God. I am one with all. You have on this other page, it is the translation of the Lord's Prayer. So let's recite that. Everybody got it? This is the separate page, Jill. That yellow, is it like you? No, it's not yellow. It's this separate page. Okay. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground for our being and carve out within us a space where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may empower to bear the fruit of your mission. Let us bear fruit in accordance to our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each needs to grow and flourish. Unite the tangled threads of destiny that binds us as we release others from our entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which has derived us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, the power, and the fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. So when we start to align with these prayers, with these affirmations, what does that do? It brings the power down from the higher soul, which is connected to the divine, and it brings it down, locks it in. We release our energy, our power, and to other things, other situations, all kinds of things from our past lives, things from this life, things from our parents, things from our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our situations. And sometimes that leakage of energy goes out, doesn't it? And we don't feel we're enough. We don't feel that we're adequate. And we feel like there's shame or some kind of putting ourselves down in a lower vibration. But when you start to use the prayers and the affirmations and the forgiveness, we bring that power back and lock it in. And it takes those gathering of the energies that we lost back then, gathering of the energies that we gave away, gathering of our soul purpose that we lost, gathering of a recognition of who you are, our divinity. We forgot our divinity, didn't we? When we came here on earth, it was like, poof, a veil went over and we're like, well, yeah, okay, I got to get my feet grounded again. Grounding is another way. Put your feet in the sand or on the earth. Reconnect energetically through the electrons and the energies that come from the earth that feed the nature, that feed the kingdoms. You're the human kingdom. We have the animal kingdom and the fish kingdom and the water kingdom and the trees, don't we? What kingdom are you? Aren't we here on earth to be fed by the earth as well as the heavens? As it is above, so is it below. We have to be grounded. We have to be aligned with the above and the below. So you can align yourself. You can say all the prayers you want, but you still have to be grounded because you're living in a physical world. You know, a lot of people that are only up here in the ethers all the time. Most people that are only up in the ethers all the time aren't doing so well on the earth. You will need to balance. Everything is about balance. Nature is in balance. Animals mostly are in balance until humans step in and mess up the whole shebang, right? Okay. Where's your balance? Where's your center? Where is your focus? Okay, let's do forgiving. And in doing forgiving, remember, the first person on your forgiving list is yourself. The joy of forgiveness. I am flooding my being and every cell, etheric record since the beginning of time with the joyful experience of divine forgiveness. In forgiving, I let go of all the effects and misused energy impinging on my life and the lives of all humanity. I let go of the ignorance, confusion, pain of this world. I now know I have come to love life free, and so I shall. This is the heart center of my existence, the joy of forgiving life as it enters my awareness. From this moment forth, I'm setting all life free into a higher vibration with the gift of forgiveness that my Father, Mother, God have given so freely into my keeping. I am the force of the violet flame of forgiveness, flooding the sweet earth. I am the joy of forgiveness. I am the joy of forgiveness. I am the joy of forgiveness. The joy of forgiveness. How does that make your heart feel when you say, I am that joy of forgiveness? The ability for you to forgive yourself and all things that you may have done that were wrong, point blank wrong, you know? But we do things, we make mistakes. It's not about the mistake, is it? It's about what we do with it. Think about that. Are you going to say, I made a mistake, or I said something wrong and feel shamed? Are you going to feel bad about it and hang on to that energy? Where's your focus? I made a mistake, therefore I shall learn and not repeat that mistake again. And if I need to, I'll go to that person and say, I'm sorry. And if I can't go to that person, I'll do forgiveness behind the scenes. What did I do with that mistake? I made it into something positive. That I was able, through my focus, to put a positive into a negative, therefore wiping out the whole mistake. We hold ourselves accountable lots of times too self-critical, too harsh on ourselves for things that we're human and we do things through a learning process. But that learning process makes us a higher vibrational being. If you accept the challenge of, yes, I made a mistake. I'll take my part in it. Okay, I did my part. I made the mistake. When I was in kindergarten, I took something from one of the girls on the bus, when we were riding on the bus. And she had this beautiful little wallet that had a little, I don't know, princess on it or something, right? And my mother wouldn't let me have one of those. So I took it. You think I remembered that? Not until I did the plant medicine. And then all of a sudden, all these things come flooding in. Okay, you did that. You did that. Look what you did. Not proud of it, mind you. I'm like, oh crap. That was a crappy thing to do. You know? And I watched her when she went to get off the bus, because she got off the bus before me, hunting for this wallet, and I'm sitting on it. Okay? And I watched her in anguish and had no compassion for her. Had no feeling bad about it, because I wanted it so bad that I went, I stooped pretty low to get it, didn't I? Now I'm a child, so, you know, I gave myself credit for, you know, recognizing that I did something wrong back then when the memory came flooding forward, and I'm like, oh my God. But I gave myself permission to forgive myself. And then I went to the girl, and who knew I could remember her name, Denise. I went to the girl in my meditations, and I did forgiveness. Please forgive me, for I am a child here on earth. I have lessons to learn. I make mistakes. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Asking forgiveness of yourself and the other person frees that energy and unchains the karmic ties. Those things that you do, like I did, they hold a karmic energy. And until you learn to say, I forgive it for myself and others, those chains are going to be there. And they will go with you when you leave this earth. And it puts you right back on the karmic wheel. And I'm sick of that. I think I've paid enough karma for many lifetimes already. So be willing to look deep within yourself. Be willing to focus on what you really want to manifest in this lifetime. Where is your consciousness? And now is the most beautiful time that we've had on earth in thousands of years, is because it's giving us that opportunity This is such an opportunity. It's not an obstacle. It's an opportunity to clear our paths, to open up the heavens, and to become all that we can be. And I'm ready for that, because I'm getting tired of coming back here again. I'm like, I've done this before. I'm not doing it again. Raise your hand. I want to get off the bus, right? Okay, let's invoke the violet flame. Transmute the violet fire, all causes and cores not of God's desire. I am a being of cause alone. The cause is love, the sacred tone. Transmute by violet fire, all causes and cores not of God's desire. I am a being of cause alone. That cause is love, the sacred tone. Transmute by violet fire, all causes and cores not of God's desire. I am a being of cause alone. That cause is love, the sacred tone. So we are invoking the violet flame. The violet flame is the divine flame that has been given to us through the great I am process of clearing and becoming back into balance. It's the blue and the pink and the gold flame coming together, forming the violet flame. And then let's say the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, light descends on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, love strings forth into the hearts of men. Christ consciousness returns to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, purpose guides the little will of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of man, the plan of love and light works out and seals the door where evil dwells. Light, love, and power restores the plan on earth. And I want you to say with me 3 times. We'll say it 3 times and then say it in a set of 3, okay? God's will is my will. 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 Okay. And then the last thing I want to read for us, and just close your eyes, and this is gratitude. So feel the gratitude, fill your hearts, your minds, your soul. Beloved Father, Mother God, from your glorious heart, I came into being, and into your loving heart one day, when my service here on earth is through, I shall return. I thank you for the privilege of having life and of having a physical embodiment during this sacred time when the permanent golden age of spiritual freedom is being established here on earth. I thank you for the gift of the transmutation through the power of the violet transmuting flame. The amazing gift through which all that is not of the light and that I myself and others have created, consciously or unconsciously, shall be purified and returned to light. I thank you for sustaining through the legions of the ascended flame and the open door through which this sweet earth and all life evolving on her shall return home. And to this end, I now individually and collectively as a surrogate on behalf of all humanity, offer my energies, my individual life streams as the Holy Grail, through which the light of creation will flow to fulfill the immaculate conception of the divine plan for this blessed earth. Assist me, beloved Father, Mother God, to harmonizing my outer self, my physical, my etheric, my mental, and my emotional bodies. Through the grace of transfiguring divine love, invest me with the power to magnetize and radiate the presence of divinity with every thought, word, action, and feeling I express from this moment on. And so it is, my beloved, I am. I'm going to do some channeling and a meditation, but before I do this, I was reading in the 7 Sacred Flames yesterday, the prayer of Saint Francis. It is one of my favorite prayers because it gets me focused onto where I want to resonate at. And so I want to read this prayer and just take this in. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Divine Master, grant that I may not seek so much as to be counseled as to counsel, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is giving that we receive, and pardoning that we are pardoned, and in dying that we are born to eternal life. You know, there has to be a balance in everything. But first of all, we have to balance ourselves, don't we? We have to stay in that balance, in that center, that peaceful center, where we know that that's where our divine spark resides, within that peace. When I did the plant medicine last weekend, I found that peace. After it was very purging for me. I think I cried for 6 hours during the whole thing. I couldn't not cry. I went into the restroom and I'm leaning up against the handle there and I'm sobbing and sobbing and sobbing. And one of the ladies, I don't know if all of you know, but Judy Hood, she's a little small lady and she has this little tiny voice. And she was in the other stall and she goes, I don't know who is in the stall, but I love you. And if you need a hug, I'm here for you. And I was like, it was like an angel's voice coming in and speaking to me. And I had no idea what I was crying about, let me tell you. And I couldn't control it. It was just out it came. But let me tell you something. After all that happened, I feel light as a bird. You know, I can fly now. You know, my feet are not stuck in the mud anymore. But there was a lot of forgiveness. There was a lot of understanding that came through as how intricately important every situation, every choice, every person is so intertwined with this lifetime and, as you call it, past lifetimes or other dimensions of yourself, and how they all are so important. They all fit together like a glove, or like a piece of the puzzle comes in to form the picture of what you call life. And they signed up to be that actor in your play. And some of them do a darn good job of acting, don't they? You know? but look at them as a gift. It's a gift to have those people to show you your way to your highest and your best and your divinity, because they are your teachers. They're the leaders. They're taking you by the hand and saying, look what I can make you look at. You asked them to do that. Don't forget that. You signed up for it, and they did too. And they're doing their job. Now, where's your job? What's your responsibility in this thing we call life, in the role that you're playing? Are you going to go down there with them and muck around in the mud? I don't care for mud, unless it's a nice mud bath. Okay, I don't want to be there. I want to wish them well on their journey. And I want to be able to have the sight and the knowledge and the choice as to, and the discernment as to see my part in this play. What is the role that I want to take in this? Because that role is the deciding factor of what timeline you're going to be on. And there's some timelines that I have no desire to be on. Make your choices, but make them from the heart. Open your heart, your divine heart. A lot of us have closed our hearts down, haven't we? Because the things that have happened here on earth, it's pretty damn hard on the heart. But now's the time to open that heart and be all that you can be. And I see it for everybody. I see it all happening. You hold your vision. Where is your focus? And what do you want to take part in? It's your choice. And put those boundaries down and say, nope, that doesn't fly for me. And have the voice to say so. You don't have to say it in a mean way, but you can say it in a divine way. That doesn't work for me. That's your choice. That's your programming. That's not mine. Not anymore. Might have been, but not anymore. I'm gonna be a happy guy, you know? I want to sparkle in my life. So where's your sparkle? Mine's all in here, and it's going to shine out at you and hit you right in the eye. But what have you decided? What part have you decided to play in your own life? You're the puppet master. You can decide. Don't let the puppet master you. Okay? There's no need for shame. There's no need for guilt. There's no need for grief. We all carry it, but we don't need to. You know, I heard someone ask Abraham Hicks, how much grief should you allow yourself to have? And Abraham Hicks said, none. But if you do have some, don't stay there too long. Okay? We don't need it. What do you need? Love is in the air. That's what I need. Okay, so I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play some nice piano music that I received when I was in Mount Shasta. We went to this lady's house when we were in Mount Shasta. Most beautiful house, amazing house. In this big room, probably about as big as this room. And she had a beautiful white, baby grand white piano. And she plays channeled piano music. She writes her own music. She plays the music. So I'm gonna play for you that while I do a little channeling and a meditation. So get ready to receive the vibration of all of that. And her lovely spiritual name is Beloved Heart Song. I just love it. Beautiful lady. So as we receive this beautiful music being played, and know that we're connecting with the vibrations of the light and the music, we go quietly into ourselves. And we recognize the divinity within us. Knowing that we are all of this divinity, that we're the light, we're the highest of the highest, we're the children of God. We are all that we can be. And we own that. We own that and we receive the energy that goes on with that. We know that we have the ability to change and to morph into that highest and best of ourselves. So we keep moving forward in our lives with our eyes firmly focused on the part that we want to play. We want to have discernment. We want to have healthy boundaries. We want to have the best intentions. We want to invoke each and every day of our lives as we awaken from the dream state to be divinely guided through every step of the way, through every moment of each day. And we want to release and know that the universe provides for us every day in each and every way. That we are cradled by the divine love, the masters, the teachers, the holy ones, the great, great ones. All the beings that have signed up to help us and guide us. And we also go to our inner self and recognize that we're standing alongside of those higher vibrational beings, reaching out, taking their hand, and knowing that we are becoming all that we can be. Forgiving our mistakes, knowing that those are opportunities for us to grow into a higher vibration of ourselves as we work this earth and walk on this earth for ourselves and all humanity. The higher vibration that we go, our vibration is helping ascend all of humanity and all of the earth. The loving Mother Earth that holds us, that lets us play, lets us laugh, lets us be filled full of joy and wonderment. And we have that within us. And we reach down deep within ourselves to our inner child. And we receive the joy, the wonderment, the laughter, the love, the warmth, the security, feeling safe, and knowing as we create our own existence, that all those things can be a part of our play that we call life. We see ourselves in a higher dimensional frequency, and we see ourselves reaching down to others and lifting them up also, and bringing our joy and our love for all of humanity and lifting all of humanity up. For we are the ones that signed up for this. We're the ones that came here to be the light workers, to hold the light. So put down your sword and lift up your light soul. And be blessed that you already know that you are those ones, those chosen ones. Have your discernment and your beauty and your love and your joy and your happiness right in your pocket so that you can reach in and tap into those things at any moment. Opening of your heart. As we are here today, see your heart opening. Unlock it. Take the key out, the golden key, and unlock your heart. Know that you're living your highest and best with an open heart, and that you align with the divine heart of all. The heart of the Lord, the divineness, the Yod-Heh-Vod-Heh, the magnificence. Align with that heart. Know that you are a particle of that heart. You're just in physical form, but it doesn't change who you are. It just gives you an opportunity to grow into it, to accept it, to embrace it, and to see it for what it is. And let that be something that you develop in your life, that you open your heart and you see life through a clear and clean, unwounded, a beautiful heart that beats with the heart of the divine, the Yod-Heh-Vod-Heh. Open your heart to yourself. Open your heart to others. And open your heart to your table, the divine. Feel that stream of light, love, warmth, happiness, security, all of those things. Creation streaming in like a beautiful white beam with gold wrapped around it, right into your heart. Like a laser beam burning away the cages that you have put around your heart, unlocking your heart to who you really are, to your purpose here on earth. And sometimes your purpose is just to hold the light, or just to be, because you are enough. In every aspect of the word, you are enough. Everything is enough. There is no inadequacy. You were born in perfection, and you stay in that perfection. And know that maybe you're different from others, but it doesn't matter as long as you resonate in your perfection. It doesn't matter what other people think, what other people say, what other people do. You own your own power, for you are perfectly you. Feel the love of the divine wrapping around you, cradling you in the light, and knowing that you're all that you can be, and that you claim to be all of that. So as we move back into our bodies and see the light shining through our hearts, know that you are the great I am. And say to yourselves 3 times or aloud, I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that. Now that we have affirmed that, as you walk from here today, take on your power and be all that you can be. For that is your assignment here. So be it, so be it, so be it. And so it is. Now smile at yourselves. Okay? I thank you everyone for coming today. There is a donation basket in the back for the people online. Please don't forget to donate so we can continue on our service here. Tuesday night, which is 10:10, Baba and I are having a workshop here at 7 o'clock. It's about manifesting through the energy of the 10:10. Each month from now on, we started 8/8. And we did not do 9/9 because we were both in Mount Shasta. But each month from now on the 10/10, 11/11, 12/12, and then 1/1, all of these days, we will be doing a manifesting workshop. And each time is going to be a little different than the time before. But Baba had brought in this beautiful meditation, channeled meditation about going into the cave of Brahma and the divine creation and the golden temple and creating from there. And I'm telling you, it's pretty powerful stuff. So that will be Tuesday night at 7 o'clock here. You can pay online or you can pay at the door. It's very powerful. And I don't know the rest of the things that are going on because I did check completely and the flyers got put away because they had a wedding here. So I do know Ken is coming at the end of the month for those people who want to join in with that. And I think there's gonna be some sort of a Halloween thing going on along with that. So, look online, find out what are the things that are happening here. And, thank you.
So in the newsletter also? They
Yeah.
get that in the-
Should be in the newsletter. And if you have Gmail, look in your promotions. That's where your newsletter is going. Because it goes right into promotions instead of the regular. So, anyway, namaste to all of you and
Namaste.
thank you so much for coming today.